and the 16-year-old can. Very strong to Wolverine position forwards. 9.6 to 5, and we are going to go to a shootout. 7 straight gold medals. Now they don't be the one way, and you would like.
이렇게 또 떨려보는 건 얼마만인지 모르겠는데 화이팅!
Here's the front door right there.
오케이.
Then turn left on North Haven Avenue. In a quarter-mile, turn left on North Haven Avenue using the left 2 lanes.
Well, same thing.